Hi guys, I'm Rahul from Simplilearn, and today I'm going to tell you how you can become a big data engineer. Now it should come as no surprise for you guys to know that organizations generate as well as use a whole lot of data. This vast volume of data is called big data. Companies use big data to draw meaningful insights and take business decisions. And big data engineers are the people who can make sense out of this enormous amount of data. Now let's find out who is a big data engineer. A big data engineer is a professional who develops, maintains, tests and evaluates the company's big data infrastructure. In other words, develop big data solutions based on a company's requirements. They maintain these solutions, they test out these solutions as to the company's requirements, they integrate this solution with the various tools and systems of the organization, and finally they evaluate how well the solution is working to fulfill the company's requirements. Next up, let's have a look at the responsibilities of a big data engineer. Now they need to be able to design, implement, verify and maintain software systems. Now for the process of ingesting data as well as processing it, they need to be able to build highly scalable as well as robust systems. They need to be able to extract data from one database, transform it as well as load it into another data store with the process of ETL or the extract transform load process. And they need to research as well as propose new ways to acquire data, improve the overall data quality and the efficiency of the system. Now to ensure that all the business requirements are met, they need to build a suitable data architecture. They need to be able to integrate several programming languages and tools together so that they can generate a structured solution. They need to build models that reduce the overall complexity and increase the efficiency of the whole system by mining data from various sources. And finally, they need to work well with other teams, ones that include data architects, data analysts, and data scientists. Next up, let's have a look at the skills required to become a big data engineer. The first step is to have programming knowledge. One of the most important skills required to become a big data engineer is that of experience with programming languages, especially hands-on experience. Now, the big data solutions that organizations would want you to create will not be possible without experience in programming languages. I can even tell you an easy way through which you can get experience with programming languages. Practice, practice, and more practice. Some of the most commonly used programming languages used for big data engineering are Python, Java, and C++. The second skill that you require is to have in-depth knowledge about DBMS and SQL. You need to know how data is maintained as well as managed in a database. You need to know how SQL can be used to transform as well as perform actions on a database, and by extension, know how to write SQL queries for any relational database management systems. Some of the commonly used database management systems for big data engineering: MySQL, Oracle Database, and the Microsoft SQL Server. The third skill that you require is to have experience working with ETL and warehousing tools. Now you need to know how to construct as well as use a data warehouse so that you can perform the ETL operation or the extract, transform and load operations. Now as a big data engineer, you'll be constantly tasked with extracting unstructured data from a number of different sources, transforming it into meaningful information and loading it into other data storages, databases or data warehouses. Now what this is basically aggregating unstructured data from multiple sources, analyzing it so that you can take better business decisions. Some of the tools used for this purpose are Talent, IBM DataStage, Pentaho, and Informatica. Next up, we have the fourth skill that you require, which is knowledge about operating systems. Now, since most big data tools have unique demands, such as root access to operating system functionality, as well as hardware, having a strong understanding of operating systems like Linux and Unix is absolutely mandatory. Some of the operating systems used by big data engineers are Unix, Linux, and Solaris. Now, the fifth skill that you require to have experience with Hadoop-based analytics. Since Hadoop is one of the most commonly used tools when it comes to big data engineering, it's understood that you need to have experience with Apache Hadoop-based technologies. Technologies like HDFS, Hadoop MapReduce, Apache HBase, Hive, and Pig. The sixth skill that you require is to have worked with real-time processing frameworks like Apache Spark. Now, as a big data engineer, you'll have to deal with vast volumes of data. So for this data, you need an analytics engine like Spark, which can be used for large-scale real-time data processing. Now, Spark can process live streaming data from a number of different sources like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and so on. It can also perform interactive analysis and data integration. And now we're at our final skill requirement, which is to have experience with data mining and modeling. So as a data engineer, you'll have to examine massive pre-existing data so that you can discover patterns as well as new information. With this, you'll will create predictive models for your business so that you can make better informed decisions. Some of the tools used for this are R, RapidMiner, Veka, and Nime. Now let's talk about a big data engineer's salary as well as other roles they can look forward to. Now the average salary of a big data engineer in the United States is approximately $90,000 per year. Now this ranges from $66,000 all the way to $130,000 per annum. In India, the average salary is around 7 lakh rupees and ranges from 4 lakhs to 13 lakhs per annum. After you've become a big data engineer, some of the job roles that you can look forward to are that of a senior big data engineer, a business intelligence architect, and a data architect. Now let's talk about certifications that a big data engineer can opt for. First off, we have the Cloudera CCP data engineer. A Cloudera certified professional data engineer possesses the skills to develop reliable and scalable data pipelines that result in optimized datasets for a variety of workloads. It is one of the industry's most demanding performance-based certification. CCP evaluates and recognizes a candidate's mastery of the technical skills most sought after by employers. The time limit for this exam is 240 minutes and it costs $400. Next, we have the IBM Certified Data Architect Big Data Certification. An IBM Certified Big Data Architect understands the complexity of data and can design systems and models to handle different data variety, including structured, semi-structured, unstructured, volume, velocity, veracity, and so on. A big data architect is also able to effectively address information governance and security challenges associated with the system. This exam is 75 minutes long. And finally, we have the Google Cloud Certified Data Engineer. A Google Certified Data Engineer enables data-driven decision-making by collecting, transforming, and publishing data. They should also be able to leverage, deploy, and continuously train pre-existing machine learning models. The length of the certification exam is 2 hours and its registration fee is $200. Now let's have a look at how Simplilearn can help you become a big data engineer. Simplilearn provides the Big Data Architect Master's Program. This includes a number of different courses like Big Data, Hadoop and Spark Developer, Apache Spark and Scala, MongoDB Developer and Administrator, Big Data and Hadoop Administrator, and so much more. This course goes through 50 plus in-demand skills and tools, 12 plus real-life projects, and the possibility of an annual average salary of 19 to 26 lakh rupees per annum. It will also help you get noticed by the top hiring companies. This course will also go through some major tools like Kafka, Apache Spark, Flume, HBase, MongoDB, Hive, Pig, MapReduce, Java, Scala, and much more. Now why don't you head over to simplilearn.com and get started on your journey to get certified and get ahead. And with that, we've reached the end of this video. I hope you guys found this informative and helpful. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more from Simplilearn.
Hi there, if you like this video, subscribe to the Simplilearn YouTube channel and click here to watch similar videos. To nerd up and get certified, click here.